Welcome to my channel Did You Know? The channel where history comes alive. Today, we bring you the fascinating and tragic story of a single gunshot in 1775 changed the course of history forever. A shot that no one saw coming, no one claimed responsibility for, yet it echoed across oceans and inspired revolutions worldwide. This is the story of the shot heard round the world. In the mid-1700s, the American colonies were restless. For years, Britain had tightened its grip, imposing taxes without representation, enforcing harsh trade rules, and sending troops to patrol colonial towns. The famous Boston Tea Party of 1773 had been a bold act of defiance, but the British responded with even stricter laws, known as the Intolerable Acts. The message was clear: Britain would not tolerate rebellion. But in taverns, town halls, and churches, ordinary colonists whispered of freedom. The idea of independence was spreading like wildfire. On the night of April 18, 1775, British General Thomas Gage ordered around 700 redcoats to march from Boston to the town of Concord. Their mission: seize colonial weapons hidden there and arrest rebel leaders Samuel Adams and John Hancock. But the colonists had their own network of spies and messengers. And that night, two riders galloped into history: Paul Revere and William Dawes. They rode through the dark countryside shouting, "The British are coming! The British are coming!" Their warning lit up the night, as bells rang and drums beat across the villages. At dawn, April 19, 1775, about 70 colonial militia, farmers, blacksmiths, ordinary men, stood nervously on the green at Lexington. They were vastly outnumbered by the approaching 700 British soldiers. Captain John Parker, the militia leader, told his men, "Stand your ground. Don't fire unless fired upon. But if they mean to have a war, let it begin here." Then, it happened. No one knows who pulled the trigger, British or colonist, but a single shot cracked through the morning air. That was the shot heard round the world. Chaos exploded. Muskets fired. Smoke filled the green. And when the skirmish ended, 8 colonists lay dead. The Revolutionary War had begun. The British marched on to Concord, searching homes and barns for weapons. But at Concord's North Bridge, they met fierce resistance. Hundreds of militiamen, now called Minutemen because of their readiness to fight at a moment's notice, confronted the redcoats. This time, the colonists fired back. The British retreated, but the nightmare was just beginning. As the redcoats marched back to Boston, thousands of colonists swarmed from the woods, hills, and stone walls, sniping at them from every direction. By the time the battered British army reached Boston, they had suffered over 270 casualties. The news spread like wildfire across the colonies. Farmers put down their plows, merchants closed their shops, and volunteers grabbed muskets. Within weeks, an army of thousands surrounded Boston, beginning the siege of Boston. The American Revolution had officially started, not with a declaration, not with a formal vote, but with a single shot. A shot that changed the destiny of a nation. Narration. But why do we call it the shot heard round the world? Because its impact went far beyond America. That moment inspired revolutions in France, South America, and beyond. It showed the world that ordinary people could rise against an empire, that freedom was worth fighting for, and that a single gunshot could spark global change. So, the next time you hear the phrase "the shot heard round the world," remember Lexington and Concord. Remember the courage of farmers and townsfolk who stood against the most powerful army in the world. And remember that history itself can turn on the pull of a single trigger. Subscribe to my channel Did You Know for more shocking stories from history.